What is going on, everybody? This is your boy, Man Up. I'm coming at you with one more video today. This Monique and Bonnet thing has kind of got out of control, if you ask me. I was sitting here reading a couple of articles from, what Monique had reposted, I guess you could say. Somebody had sent her a picture of a woman in the airport with a so-called bonnet. Now, remember, I just said so-called bonnet. Now, I'm not a fan of Monique at all. I'm really not. But I can agree with Monique. I agree with her 100% on this situation. How you present yourself to the world is how you're going to get treated. If you present yourself with class and dignity, 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to get treated. If you present yourself like a piece of trash, 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to get treated. Now, I'm not saying that that's how everybody's going to treat you, blah, blah, blah. But when you out in public, this is something I've learned recently. I didn't even know this because I used to always wonder how can paparazzis be taking unwanted photos of people when they out in public doing their own thing. I found this out maybe a couple of years ago. That once you out in public, that's it. People can take pictures of you all day long if they want to. There is no law against that. Once you step outside your house, outside your property, and you walking down the street or whatever, you at the mall, you at a restaurant, whatever, people can take pictures of you all day long if they want to. There is no law against it. But there's a law, so taking pictures of people in the airport, I know, because I'm bringing this up because I saw somebody say that you don't have permission to post picture of this person. No, once you in public, you have permission right there. Once you in public, you know what I'm saying? You don't need no permission. Is basically what I'm trying to say. It's public, and then once you put something on social media, it's public as well too. You put it out there for everybody to see. Everybody can look at it. I'm bringing all this up because when Monique was talking about people in airports and took pictures and somebody sent her a picture of what you're about to see, I said that because someone had left a comment, not in this article, but another article that I read, talking about you don't have permission and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, once you're in public, that you don't need nobody's permission. It's sad, it ain't fair, it ain't right, but that's the law. Then somebody said that Monique should mind her own business. Once again, once you're out in public. And then I bet you that lady who said mind your own business, I bet you she be having crazy comments when she be watching the Kardashians, watching these housewives, and when she go out to the grocery store and see somebody looking crazy or whatever, I bet she has something to say. See, it kills me when it comes back on you, mind your business. But when it's on somebody else, you ain't minding your business. Yeah. Here go the photo that I was talking about, right here. Now, the reason why I said so-called bunny is because that is a grocery bag on this woman's head. How I found that out? On another article that I was reading with this here. That's a grocery bag on this woman's head. And that's sad. And Monique gonna say in this post, she posted right here, "Hey, beautiful queens, no shaming. If this is the best you can do, no judgment, do you. This was sent to me as an example of what we're talking about that goes on in our community. However, if this is not your best, then do better. Being that ultimately the decision either way is yours. Love you for real." Now, I gotta say this here. If you're flying out somewhere in the airport, you can afford to fly, you can afford to go buy you some clothes. So this ain't the best that this person can do. And then putting a grocery bag on your head? Come on now. See, this Bonnet crap really took off once that Derek Jackson crap happened and he brought his wife into the picture so people can leave him alone, start talking about his wife. I noticed what he was doing. And it worked. All of y'all started talking about his wife with that bonnet on her head. See, the Derek Jackson was smart when he did that. But anyway, back to this. How you present yourself to the world is how you're going to get treated. That's just plain and simple in the discussion. I mean, we all heard the stories, you know, two girls can be hanging out. One of them is promiscuous, all out there, and the other one is not. She's respectful of herself. But just because the one is promiscuous, guy's going to try to talk to the one that's respectful of herself because who she's hanging out with. So, if you don't want to be treated as such, do better. Don't hang around certain people. Present yourself a certain way. Act a certain way. And you'll be treated better. That's just how it goes. That goes for men and women. But since we on this Bonnet crap, this is what it is. Now, like I said, I'm not going to read the article because I already read it. I'm going to scroll up, let you read it. But I just look at this whole thing as why y'all attacking someone who obviously cares about you and trying to get you to do better. Makes no sense to me. So what I'm trying to understand is when someone shows you that they care, I would think you'll, take that to heart and, try to understand where they're coming from versus someone who is just talking crap. Monique is not bullying. She is not talking crap. She's not shaming y'all. None of that. I'd be talking crap about people walking down the street. It's a shame. I just thought about this right now because this happened a few years ago. Well, maybe 2 years ago or something like that. My daughter's school made it mandatory, that women could not show up picking up their kids in pajamas, flip-flops, a damn bonnet on their head and all that. They had a dress code for parents. Can't coming up there wearing revealing clothes, nothing like that. That is pitiful. That schools are now having dress codes for parents. And it's really the women. It's really the women. My daughter's school has a dress code for parents. But like I said, if you read the dress code thing, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I do have it. And when I read it, it was mostly talking about women. Yeah, mostly talking about women. Can't come with nothing on your head. No hats, no nothing. They were talking about the bonnets, of course. But they said no headwear. They had to make that universal, of course. They even was saying can't come up there. I forgot the exact terminology they used. I gotta find it, but when I find it, I'll let y'all see it. It's can't come up there in slippers and pajamas. That's women that do that crap. Can't come up there with revealing clothes. They didn't say revealing clothes, but you know what it meant. That's women. So it's a shame that schools are saying having dress code for parents. Of course, they try to make it sound universal, but if you read between the lines on it, they're talking about women. They try to make it universal so women won't act a fool. But it was mainly for women. And that's pitiful. That you don't have enough decency, enough class for yourself to go pick up your child from school with some respect. Nobody's saying you gotta dress up like you Queen of England or anything. And speaking of Queen of England, since y'all women love to call yourself queens, you don't see Queen of England dressing like that. Anyway, nobody telling you gotta dress up in a ball gown and a crown on your head and nothing like that. No, because I know y'all women will get dramatic and ridiculous. Because that's what you do. But at least have some decency, some class about yourself. Going to go pick up your kids from school. That is a damn shame that these schools, and it's even going around all over my hometown. And I mean, I've seen it all over the place. That these schools are now having dress codes for parents. And like I said, if you read between the lines on that article that they sent out to us, they talking about women. Even my wife even said, yeah, they talking about women. Of course, they tried to make it universal, so women won't get upset. But it's like, really? And you see up here this woman saying, Kathia Wood say, Monique is cyberbullying a stranger over Bonnet. Somebody give her a job so she can be busy. Why y'all talking crap about someone who obviously cares about you, who's trying to make it to where you're more presentable for yourself? She ain't talking crap. Look at these women out here looking all crazy, looking all dumb and stupid. No, she's saying, look, how about we take more pride in how we on our appearance? Because my wife even says these things to my daughter. She's like, my daughter ain't finna go nowhere looking crazy. No, my daughter gonna look decent. She gonna act appropriately. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. My wife even does that with my daughter. My daughter do not go nowhere with her hair crazy, dressing crazy. Even though my daughter's only 11 years old, but still. You know what I'm saying? People attacking Monique for no reason. This is the reason why a lot of people are saying, okay, you know what, you do you. And then you wonder why a lot of things are not happening for you. But since you feel like you can dress like this and look like this, I bet you don't look like this on your job. I bet you once you go into that building and clock in, I bet you're not wearing no bonnets. I bet you're not dressed up in your pajamas. I bet you're not at your job looking like this. Show me. Show me where you clocking into your job, your boss. You talking to your boss and you got on a bonnet and some pajamas, or you in your night clothes or whatever. Show it. Show me where you're clocking in. You punching that clock. You go sit at your desk. You go to work. You go start doing your job. You in a bonnet. Show me. I ain't talking about y'all smart asses going to say you work from home. No, go to your job. You work at McDonald's. You work at the office. You work at a construction site. Whatever. Show me. I bet you don't do that at your job. So why are you doing that here? Most jobs are in public. So now what? So why you ain't doing it at your job? Most jobs. Like nurses or people that work at grocery stores or restaurants or whatever. Or construction sites. All that stuff in public. So I don't want to hear that crap. And this woman here want to be funny. Me in a bonnet and a Monique shirt. Well, you got a bonnet on at home. That's the point that Monique was talking about. Since you trying to be a smart ass. That's what Monique was talking about. Hey, y'all want to present yourself a certain way? Go right ahead. And you wonder why you get treated a certain way. You wonder why you get talked about. Oh, they're going to do that anyway. Well, if they're going to do it anyway, don't give them a reason to. That's my whole point. So all that being said, I am finna go ahead and end this video. But I just think this whole Bonnet crap is ridiculous. And like I said, I think this whole crap started with Derrick Jackson and his wife. And he knew exactly what he was doing. And y'all dumbasses are following right in suit with it. And it's a shame. The only time you really see a woman's hair that want to sport a bonnet like that, don't want to show her hair in public, the only time you really see her hair in public is when she's at the club or at work when she got to go into the office. One of the two. That's it. And that's pitiful. Nobody can really see who you are as a person. That's pitiful. Anyway, with that being said, this is your boy Man Up. I'm chugging the deuce. I'll holler at y'all.